Guys, does that look like something you do a lot? If you're someone who duffs, chips, thin shots, struggles with flight and control all the time, these little tips might be something for you. We're going to show you some simple setup changes and some feelings through the ball, as well as a little drill through the garden. So check out this video and make you a better chipper once and for all. Okay, so some of the things we often see is the ball position gets too far back, a little bit too much or excessive shaft lean and too much pressure going into the lead foot, sometimes even 80%, which all things tend to create this steeper angle of attack on the way back, create those wrist angles, and then on the way down you can see the club's coming vertical down. Now from there our low point's certainly in question, and we can hit a lot of duffs and thins like you've just seen. It's certainly possible, like you see coming up, to hit good shots from there, but the room for error is certainly a lot higher there, so there's a lot more chance of hitting those poor shots. So let's have a look at some of the changes we want to see. We want to see nice narrow base, okay, shaft very much up and down the way, probably 60% on my left side for me here, and then the way back we'll see much lower. You see there, I'm not really using my wrists, I'm creating much lower angle of attack in the ball. And you can see there I'm just bruising the surface, using the bounce of the golf club a little bit to help me there. So set up there, and you can see it, look, just get a feeling for that brushing the surface. There's not that aggressive move down into the golf ball. Let's hit one. Okay, you can see the club just clipping through there. There's no big steep movements or divots in the golf ball. So we do not want to see this big V into the golf ball. We want to see a much more shallower motion through the golf ball. It's going to give you a little bit more help, a little bit more margin for error as well. Okay, so here's a little drill for you. Take your hands, swap them over. We are now what we would call cat-handed, and make some practice strokes. And you'll see here when we try to then get steep with that, the wrists won't let us, so it's kind of almost a restrictor. Okay, use some practice swings, clip some golf balls with that feeling. I'm certainly not saying go cat-handed in tournament play, but just practice that way. It'll start to feel the wrists are a little bit more locked. It's almost a bit more like a pendulum motion, like a putting stroke. Here's one now from down the line, so you'll see they're much more neutral looking. Pop it over the top of the camera, and there we go. Okay, little bit of a moment coming up here, folks. Ouch. There you go, folks, little drill for you there, cat-handed drill, some setup changes and some feelings through the ball to implement to try and help your short game. Let's get that nice and shallow into the golf ball, okay, rather than that steep V shape. That's going to make you inconsistent. You can hit that duff, the odd thin one, ball flights are going to be varied, and it's just a more high tariff shot that we don't really need for most amateur golfers. So give those changes a try, let me know how you get on with it, and as always do subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Okay, stay safe, folks.